Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Marisa and today we're going to talk about one of the most frequently asked questions I get over on Instagram, and that is, how did I start my interior design business? As many of you guys know, I graduated with my diploma in interior design from the Interior Design Institute. I had such a great experience learning through that program. I highly recommend it if you want to learn a little bit more about that program. I will link a video for you in the description box below. I actually have two videos where I just talk all about the program and answer your questions and take you a little bit behind the scenes into what the assignments are like and what the program consists of. If you're looking for a really great foundation in interior design, or if you have an interest and you want to have the hobby of creating beautiful spaces for yourself and for your family and friends, I highly recommend the program that the Interior Design Institute offers. Since graduating near the end of the summer of 2021, I have started my interior design business, and I get asked on Instagram often, like, how did you start? How are you building a successful interior design business? So this is my journey. Everyone's gonna have a different experience. Everyone's gonna have a different process that they went through, but I wanted to share my journey with you. It might help you guys who are beginning your own process of starting your own business. It might help you. Like I said, there's lots of different ways. If you are interested in starting your own interior design business, I recommend you talk to many people and hear all of the different ways that people have gone about getting into this industry, specifically starting their own business. There are so many different ways that this can be approached. I just want to share with you what I have done and what seems to be working for me so far. Before we get started, I would love it if you would take a second and tap subscribe and just be a part of this growing community here on YouTube. I've been posting regular weekly videos here for a little over a year, and I just love getting to know you guys, chatting with you in the comments, answering any questions that you have. So if you like this video, tap subscribe, come be part of this channel, and give it a thumbs up if you like it. First thing that I want to say is to decorate your own home with whatever means you have. Like, I understand what it's like to have like $0 in a budget towards decorating your home. The best that you can for the season of life that you're in, really invest in decorating your own space. Designing a space that you really love, that really feels like you and that reflects the uniqueness of who you are. One thing that I have seen kind of happen over this last season of my life is I've realized that people are drawn to my design aesthetic. They like the pictures they see of my home. They like the spaces that they've seen me create where I got to have like creative control. And so as I continue to develop that and grow in that, I think it's really important that people are beginning to see my unique design aesthetic. And so by being free to decorate the spaces that are yours the way that you want, that's gonna draw and attract a certain group of people to you. Recognizing that at the same time, it is gonna deter and turn away some people who don't like your style. They don't like the way that I decorate, but that's okay, because I'm not intending to be someone who's gonna be broadly appealing to the masses. I want to use my passions and my gifts to help others create a space that reflects them. And if the starting point for that is they just like my design aesthetic, well, then I can work from there. We can grow from there and find something that really is going to work well for them. But if they don't like my design aesthetic in the first place, they're not even going to be looking for me to help them. About 6 years ago, my husband and I renovated the space that I'm sitting in right now. This is an open concept main floor. It's 420 some odd square feet. That includes our entry, our back entry, our kitchen, our dining area, and our living room. And it was a closed off home, and it had all these walls and separate rooms, and we just knocked all the walls down and we flipped the kitchen and the living spaces to opposite sides of the home. And I just took the time to try to create this space in a way that we both loved what it looked like, but also that would function better for our lifestyle. We always have people over. Our house is filled with people on a regular basis, and so having smaller spaces with these walls just wasn't working for us. So that was really my first time like picking countertops and tiles and grout colors and paint colors and really truly putting my unique touch on a space. And in the process of doing that, I realized how much I enjoyed it. I posted this picture, and really from like that day forward is really when things started moving in the direction of me pursuing interior design. Friends would reach out to me, family members started calling me up. They would be redoing a room in their home and they wanted my help, and I was 100% on board to volunteer my time and help my friends and family design homes that they would really love. In hindsight, that was really an outstanding decision that was made, because I didn't realize at the time, I thought I was just having fun and helping my friends and family, but what I was actually doing was I was gaining really valuable information about actual design projects. I was building up a portfolio of pictures and images that I would be able to use to showcase some of my work, and I had the opportunity to go to those spaces and create videos that I was then able to put on YouTube to show some of the designs that I have done on YouTube. And all of those things, at the time, I just thought I was having fun and helping my friends. Those were actually really crucial elements that helped me break into this whole world of interior decorating and interior designing. Continuing along the vein of volunteering, I had the opportunity to, both with my job as well as a volunteer, I got to really dive into some significant design projects over the years with my work. So I work full-time at a church. Right now I do interior design stuff on the side. And working full-time at the church opened me up to different opportunities where I got to help design offices or school spaces or different things. But also as a volunteer, I got to volunteer my time at the church, creating spaces that were really beautiful and meaningful for what they needed. And both of those experiences helped me learn so much. I've been able to be a part of designing 2 cafes in our city, along with multiple different dance studios. I got to volunteer my time to create those dance studios, but also I got to run the studios and teach kids how to dance, and that was a wonderful season of my life. But in hindsight, actually, I was learning more about the process of decorating and designing a space that I had no clue of before I did. I didn't know about flooring. I didn't know about where to get dance supplies. I didn't know where to get massive industrial mirrors. I learned so much in that season of volunteering my time that now, fast forward all of these years, is really coming back to be beneficial for me. The biggest project that I was able to be a part of with my church was we opened a second campus a number of years ago. And I got to be a part of picking all of the fixtures and finishes and paint colors and carpeting and chairs and so many pieces that went into pulling the final design together for our church. I got to be in the room where the decisions were being made. And it wasn't just that I got to create this beautiful space. It wasn't just that. I learned so much in that process because I got to be in the meetings with the architect and the contractor and all of the trades and the subcontractors. I got to hear them discuss things that I never would have heard of before. I was poring over blueprints and drawings and plans and hearing them discuss the different things that were important through the project, or how one thing connected to another thing. And I learned so much by being in those meetings, simply because I was available with my time to help pick out all of the tiles and the fixtures and the paint and all that stuff. So when I look back, I just see there's so much of my life that was really leading towards this decision to take some schooling and to get some qualifications and to really give myself more fully to interior design. I had no idea that I was going to start my own business, to be honest. But as I was going through the interior design program, and as I was just spending some more time reflecting on it and thinking about the passions and the gifts and the things that really fire me up, as I prayed about it, I just felt it was time that I was supposed to start my own interior design business. So I would say that this business I started in August of 2021 would not be as successful as it is so quickly into it had I not had all of those experiences for years prior, volunteering my time, taking pictures, posting pictures online, capturing video footage, learning all the things that I didn't know that I didn't know. So much of what has happened since I've started my business officially really is connected to the years I spent volunteering for friends, family, church, all the places. Another thing that's been really important to me in starting my business is a value that I hold personally, and that's being honest. All through the design projects I had prior to starting my business, everyone knew I was doing it as a hobby. Everyone knew it was just something for fun, and they were happy to have someone who they felt was better than them helping them with their space. So it was kind of like an unspoken, I don't know what I'm doing, but thanks for letting me help. But when people start to pay you, I think it's still just as important to be that honest and say, I don't know what I don't know. I recently had a conversation with a client who wanted to address a certain thing in her home. And my first response was, I actually have no idea. I've never done that before. I don't really know anything about that, but I'm gonna look into it and get back to you, and we're gonna make a really great solution so that you have a space that you love when this is all said and done. And I choose to bring that honesty with me into my business. I choose to be honest about what I know and what I don't know, and don't have any need to like present an image to be something that I'm not. And I think people can read that. I think people can see when someone's being authentic or when they're trying to be somebody that maybe that they aren't. My mom and dad did their condo a number of years ago, and they were actually out of town for a big chunk of it, and that was so fun for me. I got to be there and help work directly with the contractor and pick all of the things and design this whole condo from, it was a big empty concrete shell when they bought it, and so we had to literally start from scratch, and it was so much fun. In fact, I'll link the videos below if you want a quick tour of that condo. It's beautiful. And my mom had some friends over, and they were just chatting, and they loved her space. And so one of them said, "Who helped you with your space?" And she said, "Oh, my daughter did. She helped pick out all of the stuff you see." she was responsible for. So after a number of months, I got a phone call from my mom's friend, and I had never met this woman before, and it was my first paid job. This was a couple years ago, so I didn't even have an official business yet. It was my first paid design job, and she wanted me to help troubleshoot a space she was having that was awkward. The layout was awkward, and she didn't really know what to do with it. And it was such a great experience. We really hit it off and connected, and she really liked the design that I presented to them to help solve their problems. And she tucked me away in the back of her mind. And fast forward all of this time, I launched my interior design business in the summer, and one of the first phone calls I get was from her. She had since moved into a new condo building, and the condo board had gotten together and said, "Listen, our building is outdated. We need to redo all the stairwells, all the corridors, all the hallways. We need to make this space look new and current and fresh. We got to hire somebody." And she spoke up in that meeting and said, "I worked with a designer a number of years ago. I think she could really help us bring this space to, a modern kind of vibe. Let's bring her in and see what she presents." So I got to put together a design proposal for them and sit down with them and explain to them why I think I was the best person for the job. In those conversations with the condo board, I was really honest. I said, "I actually don't know about the question you're asking me in regards to fire exit code for a 12-story condo building. Sorry, I don't have that knowledge." And I was just really honest with them. They had some designers that they were interviewing for this position that had all of that knowledge, that could have very well helped them with every single little piece of their project. But my proposal, there was certain pieces that were missing. And I was just honest with them about it. And I said, "But I know that I can help you create an incredible space where when you walk in the lobby of your condo, it's gonna feel so warm and welcoming for you and for the guests that everyone brings into their home. These hallways, we can just make this look so spectacular." And they hired me. I think honesty is really important. You don't have to act like you know everything. Just be honest about what you know and honest about what you don't know. As we continue to learn and continue to grow in our knowledge and our understanding of different things in this field, it will open up more opportunities for us. But I think that honesty, no matter what level of this whole, design industry you might be at, honesty is crucial. It's so crucial. People want to connect themselves with people who have integrity. Character matters. Honesty matters. And the last thing I think has been really important for me as I've started this business, to be totally honest, is to just be genuine. When I show up at a design client's home for the first time, they're gonna see the same me in person that you guys see here and that is on my Instagram stories every day. They're not gonna see someone like fake. They're not gonna see someone trying to be somebody that they're not, or now you see professional me, and I don't know, I'm genuine. This is who I am, and you're gonna love me or you're not, and that's okay. I'm not for everybody. And if you can just embrace being true to who you were created to be and just be genuine and authentic in your interactions with people, I think that goes a really long way. That might mean that some doors are closed because that's not your person. But that's okay. I would rather have a door closed and not get a design job, maybe not have that person as a client, and then have other doors open where we connect so well that when we engage with one another, when we're talking through the process, when we're working through her whole project or his whole project together, we just connect so well and we mesh because they genuinely are attracted to who I am, and that helps us work really well together. So I think it's okay if you're genuine and that means some doors close. That means also some doors are going to open that are going to be way better. that had that door open for you. Like I said, I'm still on my journey of starting this business. I currently still work full-time at my church. I have Mondays off, and so I do the majority of my interior design work on Mondays. Also, obviously some evenings and weekends are pulled in there as well. And we're just kind of waiting and kind of trying to get a sense about what the future has for us. I don't know if I'll ever be in interior design full-time. We don't want to make any major life decisions without truly feeling led like that's the next step that we're supposed to do. But we're just taking this journey one day at a time, one step at a time, and we'll see what happens. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if you are interested in starting your own interior design business, please reach out and talk to as many people as you can. Everyone's experience is going to be different. Mine was heavily based on all of these volunteer opportunities I've had for years that have really been a real great springboard for me starting this business. Next week, I'm gonna do a video explaining a little bit more about kind of running the business and what has been involved in recent design projects, kind of what my plate looks like right now, doing this on the side, how many projects am I involved in, what do I currently have on the go, kind of what that looks like, almost like a glimpse into the life of someone who works full-time while they're starting a business on the side. Maybe that'll be really helpful for you as well. If so, come on back next week and check that video out. You guys, I would love to hear from you. Comment below, come see me on Instagram. I'd love to chat with you if you're starting your own interior design business. We can cheer one another on. I think it's so incredible that people are taking the time to say, I want to learn more about this and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the hard thing. I'm going to launch out there, be an entrepreneur and start something. It takes bravery and courage, and I'm cheering you on as you choose to make that decision for yourself. You guys have a great week. We'll see you back here next time at I Am Loved.